Hi friends, welcome to Hello Arts channel. I am Uma. In this video, we are going to see how to do this handle for a bag. Usually, there are two types of handles you can do for a bag, for a crochet bag or any bag for that matter. One is with the round edging, another one is with the flat edging. Okay, this one is a round edging. I have done this round edging handle because I am attaching this to a granny bag which has a round centerpiece, right? So I don't want to make this awkward by attaching a flat edge handle. So in this video we are going to see how to make a round edging handle. Okay, this is just a single crochet, nothing else. Then you can adjust the size accordingly. I have done 80 chains to make this handle. This is total of 30 inch, so I'll be having a 15-inch height handle, and again since it has a V in here, it's enough for a granny bag. Okay, then again we have to use the single crochet because all the weight inside the bag will be held by the bag, the handle, right? So that is why we'll be using only single crochet, which will be a more tighter stitch and more stronger stitch. Okay, so if you want to check the bag, it's just the same tutorial what I have done already for the sunflower square. After doing 10 squares, I have attached in this way. I have attached 1 2 3 for one side, and then 1 2 3 in the other side. 1 2 3 in the other side. You take one square, attach it in two different squares on the same adjacent side. Okay, after that what I have done, see, 1 2 3 the same way here, 1 2 3. Okay, so after it's not only for this square, for any square you can attach in this way. Okay, after that what I have done is I have attached the 4 5 in the bottom side. So 4 5 in the bottom side, 4th 5th. So again in the same way I have attached the 4th and 5th square in the other side. So this is the 4th and 5th square which I have attached into the center square 4 and 5. The same way 4 and 5 has been attached to the center square of the other side. Okay, like the same way 6 and 7 I have attached to the side. 1 2 3 4, and the same way the same square I have attached in this way. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is how you attach any square, any bag you want to do it with the 10 square. I have done 10 squares. 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 sorry 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 7 and 8 is attached in the bottom, 9 and 10 is attached in the sides. Okay, so this is how you attach any square into a bag. So after you attach that, now we'll see how to make a handle for that. Okay, if it is a granny square handle, then what you will need a round edge handle. Okay, so let us see how to do the round edge square. Okay, I won't be doing the whole 80 stitch because I want to do it all on the camera, so you won't be confused, and also it will take time for doing all the 80 stitches. So I'll do the miniature version of this handle. So I'll just do only 20 stitches. Okay, so this one we'll be working as a round and round, so that we'll be having the round edging in the both the ends. Also will be I told you we will be working in a single crochet, right? So it is technically the standard sole video what we have already seen. I will share the link in the description. In the standard sole we'll be just doing the 10 or 12 stitches for baby feet. Here we will be doing more stitches, okay, but the pattern is the same. So do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21. Okay, you have to do bigger according to the size of the handle you need, plus 1. So I'm doing just 20, but for this bag I have done 80 stitches, so 81 chains. Okay, so leave the first chain and start from the second chain. Do a single crochet. It is very important. In all our videos we will be working on the back bump of the chain, but this is more important for this handle, this tutorial. So turn the chain upside down, leave the first chain, work in the second bump. So we'll be having 20 single crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 we'll see another separate tutorial for a flat edged handle also, but now we are seeing the round edged handle. Okay, and my suggestion is whenever you use whenever you do a handle, even though the bag dominates in a light color, bright color, I suggest you use dark colors for handle, because handle is the place we'll be always holding, and all the dust and dirt will be on the handle all the time. So it would be better if you have this handle in a dark color. I don't suggest any this much dark color, but if you prefer any other colors which are appealing to the set of colors what you are using for the bag, that will be more beautiful. Okay, so now what I have done, I have done 19 single crochet. So in the last single crochet, last stitch, I will do 1 single crochet, and again we know we have to do the round edge, right? So this is where we have to make the round edge. So what I'll do, I have done 1 single crochet here, do 2 more single crochet in the same stitch, 1 2. So one is for the this side, one is for the other side, one is for the center. So in the last stitch we'll be having 3 single crochet. So after that we'll be reaching the opposite side of the chain. So this is why I told you working on the back bump is more essential, because now we will be working on the 2 loops, both front and back loops of the chain. This will give us a closed structure. If you work earlier, if you work on the front loop of the chain, and now if you are working for the other side, if you are working on the back loop, it will not be it will be so loose, and it will not be appealing. Okay, so now what I have done is, in the last stitch I have done 1 2 3 single crochets. So we will be reaching the back side of the chain, and I am continuing my single crochet in all the chains on the opposite side of the chain. Okay, so this is how we will be attaining circular edge, and we will be increasing only on the first and the last stitches, this end and this end, so we'll be having a round edge. Okay, just like the shoe sole. Okay, so work in between stitches all the edges. I'm not saying any count because I don't want to confuse with, right now I'm having only 18 stitches, but you will be having more, right, if you are working on the full sized handle. So that is why I'm not confusing with the count. I'm just saying which stitch you have to do what. Okay, so when you, and one more thing, always use the bigger hook. I'm using 6 mm. You can use 5.5 to 6 and thick yarn. It's a 4-ply yarn, worsted weight, so that the handle will be strong. Okay, now what I have done is, I have done single crochet in all the stitches, all the middle stitches, and I've reached the last stitch. Here this side we have 3 stitches in the last stitch, right? So we have to have the 3 stitches in this side also, right? So but we have done the first stitch already when we start the round, so only 2 more stitches remaining. So do 1 and 2. So now if you see this side, this edge, this last stitch also will be having, this last chain is also will be having 3 stitches like the other side. So how we are doing is, see, these are all the chains, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 I just have. Okay, now we are having, if we start from here, we'll be having 1 in all the stitches and 1 2 3. Okay, let me show you in a separate. Okay, let us start from here. Let's see, this is our chain. Think of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. Okay, think this is our total chain. Okay, now what we have done, we have done 1 single crochet in all the stitches, right? 1 2, don't worry about the count. We have done 1 stitches in all the chain, and in the last chain what we have done, 1 2 and 3, right? So now again 1 2 3 we have done 1 stitches in all the middle stitch, and in the last stitch we should have 3 like this, but we have already had 1 stitch, so we have to do only 1 and 2. So total it will be 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. Okay, now what we have to do is, we have to increase in these 3 stitches. So by the end of the second round, this is the first round, by the end of the second round we'll be having 1 2 3 4 5 6 in this side, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 in the opposite side. So in remaining all the middle stitches we'll be having 1 1 1. Okay, this is the same way I have explained the sole tutorial also, so you won't be confused. Okay, so now remember, we are here, right? We are starting from here. So like how we have done the first stitch already and we are doing only 2 stitches at the end of the round, here also we will be doing only 2 stitches in the starting, and after all the completion we will be doing 4 more stitches at the end. Okay, because this is our starting point. Okay, so now what we will do is, this is the first stitch of the 3 stitches, right? So we have to start with the 2 stitches, 1 and 2, like here. Okay, now after these 2, continue 1 stitch in all the stitches. So we are doing the same increase on both the ends, that is in the 3 stitches, but the way we are working is we will be starting with the first increase here, and when we complete this we will be ending with 2 increase in the end of the round. So 1 stitch in all the stitch. So when you reach the, remember this is the miniature version, you won't be having this same size, you will be having long, but the edge will be the same. Okay, now we have reached the increase stitch. See, 1 2 3. So we'll be increasing in these 3 stitches, like here. We are here, so we have to do 2 2 2. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if you see, we have done the increase and make the circular edge. So if you see, we are at the starting of the first single stitch. Okay, so we'll continue the single stitch here. Wherever we have increase, we'll do the increase. Wherever we have only 1 stitch, we'll be doing only 1 stitch. Okay, so in here we had 3 stitch, which is an increase, so we have done 6 stitches in all the in total of 3 stitches. So like the same way we'll be doing the increase in the other edge. You can fast forward the video till I reach the edge, but I just want to do this on camera so that even though the beginner won't be confused where I left off and where I started. Okay. Okay, you see here, now we have reached the edge. If you see here, this is the 3 stitch, 1 2 and 3. For the third stitch we have already done the 2 stitches, so now we have to do only 4. 1 2 in the first stitch, 3 and 4 in the second stitch, like how we have ended here. Okay, so we are here in the starting point. So now again, this is the last round, the third round is the last round. What we'll do is, wherever I told you, wherever we have the increase, we'll do the increase. So since we are here, we'll do 1 2 3 4 in the next 2 stitches, which is an increase stitch, and all the other stitches will have only 1. You can clearly see when you do the increase. Okay, when we reach the increase stitch, what we have to do, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 3, like how the 3 stitch become 6 stitch, the 6 stitch will become 12 stitches. Okay, so in all the single stitches, just the single stitch. And now when we have increase, we will do 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, whereas the remaining 4 is already done at the beginning of the round. Okay, so like this what we are going to do is, you see 2 stitches increase, so we'll do 2 stitches in each of the 2 stitches. So 1 2 3 and 4. So we have done the 4 stitches in here. So we'll do all the single stitch until we reach the other edge. Okay, you see this is the single stitch where we are doing the single stitch. All you have to do is check the increase, do a increase. That's it. The width will be the same. The width what we'll be having at the end of this will be the same, but the length will be different according to the size of the handle that you want. Okay, again you can fast forward till I reach the end. Okay, if you see, this is the single stitch and this is where the increase starts. So in the single I'll do the single stitch, and in the increase you see 1 2 3 4 5 6. I will do 2 in each of the 6 stitches. So 1 2. It will be little hard because we are using single crochet, which is the smallest stitch, and we are using 6 mm hook. So it will be little bit tighter and little hard for you to do the increase especially, but it's worth the difficulty. Okay, because unless you do the tighter stitches more, the handle will not be more secure. Okay, see, I have done 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and this is the last increase. 1 2 3 4. So we have 12 stitches on this side, and how the edge it seem, because since we are using a flower square, this edge actually helped to do the round edge, because in the center it will be a round only, right? That's why we are doing a round edged handle. So now the increase is done. I am doing the same single stitches in all the stitches until I reach the other edge of the increase stitch. Okay, you remember we have to still do the 8 more stitches because we have done only 4 stitches on this side increase. So we will be doing that increase at the end of this round. So once you see the stitch by yourself where the increase are and where the single stitches are, it will be more easy, and it's just 3 rounds. For any handle. you see here, this is the single stitch and this is the increase stitch. So end the single stitch and start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this will be the end of our round, because 9, 10, 11, 12, that the remaining 4 stitches we have already done. Okay, so you can slip stitch into the, remember we have not done any chain 1 and slip stitch at the end of each round. We just continued so that the edge will be the same on both sides. Okay, leave a long tail end so that you can use this tail end to stitch this into the bag. What you can do, you can do 2 more slip stitches to reach the end of the increase. You do the chain 1 and cut, leave the long tail end so that you will be using this to sew it to the bag. Now what we have to do, we have to make this flat into a cylinder shaped handle so that it will be easy. See, I have not done any filling or any stuffing into the handle, but since we are using single crochet and we have done only 3 rounds, it is more than enough and it's more stiff to hold it. Okay, so what I have done, take a yarn needle, take the yarn, okay, you have this end, this tail end to sew it up together. Like the same way for this end, what we will do is, first we will be, see, leave all the increase stitch and 1 stitch in this side, 1 stitch in the other side, so that you will be having the edge to sew it up into the bag. But remaining after that stitch, you see here, this is the increase top. I will leave this stitch and start from the next stitch, and in here also after the increase I will leave the next stitch and start from the other stitch. Okay, you start in the same side of, you have the tail end, so that we'll be having this tail end at the end of this side, so we'll be using this remaining yarn to sew this to the bag. Okay, make a little knot with a little bit decent tail end so that we'll be weaving it together so that it won't be coming out anytime soon. Okay, so do 1 more stitch in the same stitch and then start sewing all the stitches. You can use 2 stitch in each of the stitches so that it will be little more secure. See, I'm inserting and getting out in 2 times in the same stitch. So this is for the sewing in the bag, and I am sewing this also, this tail end also inside my stitches so that this end will be secured. Okay, Now I am doing only one stitch in each of the stitches to show you the difference, how it looks, so don't get confused. Okay, so again stop at the stop at one stitch before the increase stitch, so that you will be having the same edge like in here also. Then do a knot, do one more knot. Now you will use this tail end to sew this end to the bag. So this is how our bag handle looks like. Since it is a single crochet and we have done lots of stitching, it will be twisted. You can retwist it again to make it as a handle. You see how this all the single crochets are lined up, and even though we didn't do anything inside, it is a stiff handle. Okay, so this is how I have done this edging also. So make this bag, make this handle also. Let me know how it looks. You can share your photos in our Facebook group, or you can just message me in the Facebook page, whatever is convenient for you. Try this out. It's really a good summer bag. It will be a greatest gift. Okay, so like the channel, so like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any video. Thank you. Bye bye.